fact that we are raising fees in certain areas this year in lieu of finding other places to cut and to downsize bothers me. It shouldn't be happening, and next year, when we move into even a more difficult fiscal environment, I hope that this body is not going to advocate for an answer that includes continuing to burden our residents with more fees. It's just not right. We're going to have to make the hard decisions and make the cuts necessary. And then we come to public safety, and in this budget we have funding for an additional 40 police officers, which of course is 25 short of what we promised the citizens of San Antonio. And there is no other way for me to say this other than I believe that backtracking on the promise of 65 officers to our community, backtracking on that promise is nothing short of government malpractice. Public safety is our highest priority. All the other things that we want to do not matter if our citizens do not feel safe. Under the last administration, and I said this yesterday, we partnered with a consultant and we conducted a staffing study for the police department. It was recommended that we add 360 officers over 5 years. The point is to move our police force to where 60% are on proactive patrol time and 40% of our officers are responding to calls. One of the purposes for that is to deter crime. And at the public safety budget briefing, Chief McManus, our lead law enforcement official, stood at the podium and he told us the quicker we get to that 60-40 ratio, the quicker we're going to make our community safer. The boots on the ground are telling us that. The experts that did this study are telling us that. And we even went further and we did a UTSA study that showed when officers patrolled high crime areas, when we put more officers on the street, the crime went down. So to sit up here today and reverse course simply because we're in a difficult fiscal time, it's not right. It makes no sense to me when we say that public safety is our highest priority. Yes, money is tight, but what you do when money is tight is you start with the most important things and you build the rest of the budget around it. The 65 officers should have been put in this budget first, and then everything else should have been built around it. It's what our citizens want. It's what law enforcement is telling us we need. It's what the experts are telling us we need. We paid for that study. Now we don't listen to the advice and we backtrack on it. It's putting the residents of San Antonio, their safety, at risk. And I cited the Smart Asset study from this year. And I'm going to read the first line of the study again. It says, city safety or lack thereof can lead to great disparity in quality of life and return on dollars invested by residents, businesses, and government alike. And San Antonio ranks last out of our big cities in safety according to this study. We can do better. And so with that said, I make a motion at this time to amend the proposed budget to include an additional 25 police officers, at a cost of $1.39 million, funded through a $1,024,341 reduction to the scheduled replacement of computers and related equipment funding as described in the all funds capital outlay, and a $400,000 decrease to the delegate agency reserve fund. We don't need to replace computers and phones as often as we are, and this $400,000
your time is up.
reduction
Councilman, your time
in
is
the
up.
delegate agency
Councilman.
fund amounts to less than 2%.
Point of
of
order,
delegate
your
agency
time is up.
funds.
Councilman, please respect the body. Thank you.
Second.